Hey guys, and welcome back to Denise Beauty Corner. Today I wanted to do an anti-haul, and that is more or less I wanted to bring up things that are new and that I don't want to buy. There is tons of beauty products coming out every month, and I have to admit it, I am very forced to buy everything that is new out there, but sometimes I need to hesitate a little bit, think a little bit if I really need those things or if I really think that I'm gonna use them, and then decide whether or not I'm gonna buy them. So here's a list of the things that I actually decided not to buy. Okay, so the first thing that I decided not to buy was the Cardi Bible palette in collaboration with BH Cosmetic. And the thing is, it's not because I think it's a bad palette. I think the price tag is right. I love BH Cosmetic, but the thing is that I have her first palette that she had in collaboration with BH Cosmetic. I really love that palette, but honestly, comparing that one and the new one side by side, I think that they are very similar, like way too similar. So that is the only reason why I will not get the new one, because I think that it's very comparable to the one that I have. Although it's more shadows and I think it's two more highlighter shades in there. So there is more product in that palette, but I think the theme is more or less the same. So that is why I'm not gonna get the new Cardi Bible palette. I love her though, she's so beautiful. The next thing I am not gonna get is the Baked Highlighter from Laura Geller. Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator in Diamond Dust. And I think it looks beautiful. But the thing is, I have the Laura Geller Baked highlighters in, I think it's Gilded Honey and one peachy color, and I just cannot get my head around those highlighters. I have tried to love them because so many people were raving about them, but I cannot get the payoff that I want. And I have been trying it with a more stiff brush because someone here on my channel told me to do that. And I just don't love them. I don't love the pigmentation, I don't love the consistency. I am not so much into these baked products. So I'm just not gonna get this one, even though it looks super nice. And I think as an inner corner highlighter it will be good, but I already have the Durer Eyes highlighter that I think it's similar to this one. Maybe I'm wrong, but just by looking at them I think those are similar, so I'm not gonna get this one. I am not gonna get the new Jeffree Star eyeshadow palette. I know that one is not a new palette, it's been out for a while, but I'm not gonna get it, and it's basically because I was not super impressed by his last palette, and I cannot get my head around the color selections in his palette. His palettes are a little bit more on the expensive side, and I don't see myself using that palette, so I just decided not to get it. Another palette that I decided not to get, which was a little bit surprising for me at first because I do love Morphe, but I'm not gonna get the 35OM Morphe palette. And that is basically because it's like an upgraded 35O, and I do love the 35O. I will not get it because I have the 35O and I already have the 35OS, so the old shimmery one. I don't know. It has a black in there and it's a good palette. I do love Morphe, as I said. I just don't see myself... I don't use my Morphe palettes so much, honestly, because they are so big and bulky. So more or less all the time I forget about them because they are in my last drawer. So I am not gonna get this Morphe palette now, at least. Maybe I'll get it in the future because I said that I wasn't gonna get the 35OS, but I ended up getting it anyhow. Another palette that I am thinking, I cannot decide, so I want you guys to help me with this, is another Morphe palette, and it's the Morphe palette in collaboration with Jaclyn Hill. I don't know if I'm gonna get that palette. I haven't got it yet, and I don't know. I'm very divided when it comes to that palette because half of me want it and half of me tells me that I don't need it. So can you please make comments in the comment sections down below and tell me if you have it, if you think it's worth it, if I should get it or not. So that is an I don't know palette. I haven't got it yet, but still consider buying it and not buying it. Another eyeshadow palette that I'm not gonna buy is the Jueva's Place, and it's the Zulu eyeshadow palette. I'm not gonna get that one because I'm not so much into the color selections in here. I know Jueva's Place is more adapted to the darker skin tones, and maybe if you have darker skin tones, this palette is better. But I don't know, I've seen Nikki Tutorial been using it and I do love it when she's using it, but I don't know, I just don't see myself using it, so that is why I'm gonna skip on the Jueva's Place one. I also didn't have a good experience with Jueva's Place when I was ordering from them, so I think that maybe add up a little bit. I saw that they have Jueva's Place at Beauty Bay, so that is something new. Beauty Bay is, I love Beauty Bay. Another eyeshadow palette that I don't think I'm gonna get in is the Anastasia Subculture palette. I did have it in my chart when I was in Beauty Bay the last time, but then I took it away. I just don't know, I don't feel it that much with that palette. I might end up getting it a few months from now, because it was the same thing with the Modern Renaissance palette. I didn't think I was gonna get it, and then I saw so many tutorials on it, and then it was growing on me, so I got it anyhow, and I did love it. So I will see. I don't think I'm gonna buy it, because I've heard very mixed reviews about it, but I do like to get my own opinions on stuff, so I don't want to get like, but I don't know, I don't feel it so much with the colors in that palette. It's not like it's screaming to me like, get me, but we will see. At this point, I'm not gonna get it. Two blush palettes that I am not gonna get. One of them is the Anastasia Beverly Hills blush palette. I think it's a trio, the blush trio. I just don't know. I've heard very good reviews about it, but when it comes to blushes, I don't know, it's just spending so much money on blushes when there are so many good drugstores options out there. I mean, my blush palettes that I have from Makeup Revolution is amazing, and those are even less than half the price, and it's even more blushes in there. So I don't know, I just don't feel like spending those money on that blush palette, so I'm totally gonna skip that one. Another blush palette that I'm gonna skip on is the new Zoeva Offline blush palette, and I do love Zoeva as a brand. I have another blush palette, it's their Coral blush palette, like a quad from Zoeva, that I do love, and I use it a lot. I just don't feel it with this one. I don't feel like it's something I'm gonna use, so I'm totally gonna skip that one. And the last thing I am gonna completely skip out is the Storybook brushes. The Storybook Cosmetic came out with these brushes, and they are very cute when you're looking at them. They come in different colors. The one I'm showing the picture of is the limited edition Roses Are Black brush set, and I just don't think I'm gonna like them, because I don't like this skinny handle, and just by looking at them they are very pretty, and I think to spend that much money in brushes that are just pretty but not convenient, I don't want to do that. I mean, I spent a lot of money on my La Mer brush that I have. That was an expensive brush, but I do love it, and I use it a lot, and I mean, I love that brush, and I can spend a lot of money on brushes, but not if I know that I'm gonna buy them only because they are pretty. And this is the case with the Storybook brushes. I think that they are pretty, but I don't think that they are convenient, and I don't think that they are that good, honestly. I've not tried them, so I cannot give you an honest opinion, but that is just my opinion from the design and everything. So that was it for this anti-haul, and sorry if any of this product is your favorite. If it is, please make a comment in the comment sections down below and let me know, because I might be wrong. I have not touched and felt all these products. This is just my opinions by looking at them. But if you think I'm wrong, if you think that any of these products that I have mentioned is a must-have, please let me know, because I cannot miss a must-have, right? So that is going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys like it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, I would love you to subscribe to my channel, be part of my beauty YouTube family here. And with that being said, I just hope I see you guys in my next video. Bye!